Well, hello and welcome. As always, I'm your friendly neighbor Hurt, a Dungeon Master Peter. Welcome to part 2 of our lovely episode. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, go ahead and go back to part 1. Check that out. The ending is very tense and exciting. For those of you who stayed with us to the very end, thank you. We do have a very wonderful moment by Senguine with our soundboard. He did it at the perfect timing. So good job, Senguine, for that. We'll go ahead and just kick it right off. Remember, Tetsu, you have the first words. Talbot, you have the first action. So Tetsu, take it away. We can't hear you.
Well, you know what? I didn't want her mic anyway.
There you go.
Oh, and we're gonna get a little squeaky squeak. Go ahead and deafen your, or not deafen, mute yourself over there.
That definitely works too.
Well, yeah. So the first thing is actually gonna be to my dog to attack. Because he knows that with his ability of hearing, he should have heard him coming down the hallway, and since the dog is very skilled with that too, there's no way that heard.
It's okay. I was gonna correct him too, but I saw you doing it. I was like, all right, he got it.
But yeah, no. So Tetsu already knows that there's no way that that's actually her.
All right, go ahead and roll your dog's attack against Talbot's AC. Which, if Talbot does have a reaction, Talbot can do it.
Actually, need to take a look at what the dog was. Ah, there it goes. I'm getting there. Come on. Slide to the left.
Slide to the right. Crisscross.
Right.
Crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Dun, 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 dun.
Peter, I'm going to send you a message.
Oh, Tay! Let's hopefully that message gets to me before Tetsu does.
Alright, so that's going to be a 7.
All right.
7 misses.
Woo. You got a giant dog lunging at you.
All right. So that was your command. That was your action, like I said. And then Talbot, did you have a reaction that you wanted to do?
I don't think I can because nothing went off.
Okay, so then you have the first action. If you wanted to take it, or you can just simply reply back.
I just sent a message. This will dictate what I do.
Yes.
Then one follow-up question.
Yes, but not of... Hold on, let me reply back to that.
Yeah, sorry. We're having to be secretive because...
This is riveting stuff for our viewers.
Yes.
By Travis is looking at that to let Sarah know, because I don't think... can Sarah hear me?
Did you deafen yourself, or did you just... What did you do? Here, hold on.
It's fine. It's fine if she did.
She muted and deafened.
Okay.
What do you want me to tell her?
Don't worry about it. We'll save it for later.
Alright, we'll save it for later. It doesn't matter. Okay. You're not cool enough to do it right now. Love you.
They're not cool enough.
Alright, so, Talbot, it is your turn.
What was that for? I didn't do anything.
Hold on. Boop. 'Cause I need to know what all this stuff is. I considered... Of course it's not going to tell me what, it's probably just that. Because I know that there's something going on back here, and you're here to prevent me from getting in there.
I would not I would not do that. Why would you think I'm here to prevent you from that?
Because I would have heard you coming down that hallway, and so would have my dog.
You do realize I have spells, right?
You do realize you're speaking with a ninja.
And Scorching Ray.
Beautiful.
All right. Okay. So
Uncanny dodge.
after this, we will go into a initiative order between you two. At
Beautiful.
the end of every, if this lasts long enough, at the end of every round, I will roll a percentile per character who's not in combat, to see if their character would stop and do something. Because as of right now, no one has any reason to go down below during this time. Everyone is still doing their own thing up top. So that percentile will be your, I just want to stop what I'm doing. Oh my.
What is that?
I like that. But, okay. So go ahead and once Talbot is done, she'll go ahead and cast Scorching Ray. Now, your uncanny dodge lasts for the turn, correct? Because it's a ability or is it a reaction?
That one is a reaction. However, depends upon what Scorching Ray is, because depending upon what Scorching Ray is, I might use a different thing.
Alright, so Scorching Ray is a range attack on you. That I don't believe you take half or not, because I know uncanny dodge is merely for half damage, correct?
Correct. However, I also have evasion, which is when you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail.
Okay. Yeah, so it does.
But Scorching Ray is I'm attacking.
Correct. There's no
You're
dex
not
save to
making
save.
dex saves.
Correct. To let you know. Now the question would be: would Tetsu know of this spell and how to counter it?
Well, seeing as they've been in combat together and he's seen her use it before, he would know enough that it is that she is attacking him. So.
Okay. So,
Go into this.
Talbot, go ahead and roll your 3 rays.
Natural 19 for 26. 21. And 15.
Well, the 15 misses.
Overall, 14 points of fire damage.
Cool.
All right.
No, stop that.
So,
Do that.
So for those viewers who are watching at home, obviously we're doing it over Discord. So this all relies on the players being honest with their roles, their abilities, their AHP. So this will obviously, we do know both characters are going to be super honest, because it does them no good to lie about it and then figure out, oh, I added 7 extra HP, because that will then, at that point, if I feel like they are constantly lying, I will pretty much get a full copy of their character sheet and print it out and mount it on my wall, so I know everything.
Pretty sure you have my character sheet.
Yeah, I just not updated to level 7. That's the only thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so from this point, since everyone, you did have a attack with your dog, he has she had her action. If you guys want to continue, roll initiative. If you just want to talk, you can just talk.
No, it's initiative.
All right.
Yeah, that sucked.
I rolled a natural 1 on initiative.
Oh, good. Yeah, I get to go first.
Wonder.
I mean,
if it makes you feel any better.
I mean, my initiative total is 8.
I love
Well,
how.
funny enough, mine's also an 8.
Roll again.
13.
Plus 21.
All right. So it'll be Tetsu. As long. So to let Tetsu know, I do believe that your animal will take your action. It doesn't get its own separate action, does it?
Animal gets its own reaction or its own action, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is acting as its own.
So they're acting.
Their action is a bonus action.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can do a bonus action, control your animal,
Okay. So
and then they
okay.
So wait, hold on. One moment. Sorry, she said something. Then it sounded like she contradicted what she said. Say that
So-
one more time.
if you're doing the bag of tricks,
Yep.
for your bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
you can control your animal, which can take an action within itself.
Okay.
So the animal itself can take an action,
Uh-huh.
but it is going to be technically your bonus action.
All right.
Okay.
That's good to know.
10-4.
Just
Got
wanted
it.
to make sure. All right. To let Tetsu know, the dog is not the dog. You are 15 feet away from Talbot. It's going to be an easy
10-4.
move step. After that, you two are pretty much going to be side by side until something happens. So since Tetsu is at the top of the initiative, what do you want to do, Tetsu?
Katana comes out along with Ninjato, and we're going into up close and personal to start slicing and dicing.
Alrighty. Go for it. Sorry, before you continue.
Yes.
Since we
Go for
are doing player and player combat, it will be tedious, but you have to be clear on everything you do. So if you don't say, I move up 15 feet to attack them, I am not going to assume. And then if you roll, correct, if you roll and attack, and congratulations, you got 3 20s, but you weren't 15 feet. You weren't side by side. So in a player-by-player combat, every wording has to be correct. And once I ask, is that exactly what you're going to do? Or something along those lines, when I'm pretty sure you're that solid, there's no take-backs or anything like that. Just be 100% sure that you guys are going to do what you want to do.
Yep.
And I will be moving up into melee combat range.
That was excellent. Love it. Okay.
So we'll roll for Katana first, because we're using the 2-weapon fighting. Plus, for the Katana, it's plus an 8. So that's going to be a 25.
That hits me twice.
Yeah.
My AC right now is only at 13.
Okay.
And then that's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And I'll give you the damage in grand total at the end. Unless you want it now, it's up to you.
Just give it to, let me know if you get close to my armor class, because I may have a reaction.
I don't
As
remember
in-
what your armor class is, so.
13. If you get like 13 to like 16-ish, I may have a reaction
Of damage?
to hit.
Oh, you're saying. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. 10 for. I was like, what do you say? And then I realized what you were saying. Alright, and then we'll swing for the Ninjato real quick. And that's plus. So that's going to be an 18. Is that hit?
18?
I'll always ask just to be sure.
Yes. 18 hits.
Okay. So that's going to be a total of 21 damage.
Got it.
And then Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying I took the damage.
Okay. 1 second, sorry. One of that. Cool. That's it.
Okay. It is my turn.
Correct.
Okay. So with that, that's not gonna be good. It's gonna be useful for me. And you're within range.
Correct.
I will cast invisibility on myself.
Ooh.
Nice. And it does not provoke.
And then I will attempt to move 30 feet away.
All right. These are always one of the interesting ones because I do believe you have to see the person leave your threatening range in order to get attack of opportunity on them. That is my understanding of it. Let me see. Oh, look it up.
Honestly, I have no idea.
I was about to say, I have no clue. So
I'm just here to make you look at the rules of the game you run.
No, it's fine because it's actually going to be good to know because in case we get into this. So what I'm going to look at combat, mainly attack of opportunities, because that should give us an answer on whether you can take that. Okay. Unseeing attackers and targets. By hiding, attack a target that you can't see. You have this run on attack roll. Guessing a target's location, or you're attacking a creature, but you can't see the target. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. So it's really a DM discretion because it does state when you attack a target you cannot see, you have disadvantage on the attack roll. It is true whether you're guessing the target's location or your target's a creature you can hear but not see. If the target isn't in the location you target, you automatically miss.
I would assume that they would get attack at disadvantage because last thing you know, that was the square that I was in.
Okay, so
they just don't exactly know the direction I'm trying to go to.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature you can see moves out of reach. So you have to be able to see. You can avoid provoking an opportunity attack by taking the whatever. So you have to be able to see them.
I guess the question then would be, because Sarah kind of brought this up, is because I saw her cast the spell, would that count as? Well, I don't.
No, because at the moment that you try to do the attack of opportunity, I am currently not visible.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So it's pretty much, since it's not a ranged spell attack, it doesn't provoke from casting. Since it's a self-cast, it's pretty much Talbot cast, goes completely invisible. Unfortunately, you don't have a reaction, from my knowledge, to attack her whenever she casts a spell. So she can simply go, around you, or in any other direction, and just move out of your square, or your threatening range, because you don't know where she's at. Mm-hmm. Normally, if it was, someone in a heavier suit of armor, I would probably give you a perception check to listen. But since Talbot wears very light clothing, and she's an intelligent caster, that persuades me to not give you that attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So Talbot moves out of the threatening range without provoking. How far do you move, Talbot?
I moved the full 30 feet away.
Okay. For our knowledge, I'm assuming you're moving 30 feet down the hallway, like to the bedrooms.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So that was your action.
That's all I can do.
All right. So now Tetsu, what are you gonna do next? Since you can no longer see.
Stealth.
Okay. We're gonna have a.
This is the game.
Okay.
This is the game.
All right. Go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Whew. So that's gonna be a 28.
Can Talbot pass it?
I was close, but no. What is it? Perception? I think it's like 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to see that.
All right.
21. 21.
Okay. So your action was to hide. Does Tetsu wanted to, because it would be an action to use a skill in combat.
Or cunning action.
Oh, do you? Oh,
to hide.
Well, there you go. Cunning action to hide. Okay.
That's my bonus action.
Okay, so you still have an action and a movement then.
At that point, he's going to move up to where he was initially standing, and going to be looking over the mechanism again. Remind me what it looks like again. Sorry.
So if you're looking into the wall, there's some wires that, go from one side of the wall to the next, and behind it, you can see a giant rune that's lit up.
Mm-hmm. So he's going to, because I'm assuming that there's either A, magic, or B, some sort of electricity moving through the wires, correct?
You can safely assume one of those two options is correct, yes.
Beautiful. He's going to try to short them by crossing the wires.
Alright, so you're going to have to cut the wires first. And then cross them.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, does using a tool cause you to leave stealth?
That's a good question.
I don't remember.
Off the top of my head, I want to say yes, because you're doing something that would essentially make you visible. But since you're in combat, let's see. Let's go to stealth.
Skills.
It's been a long time since we've done this.
I know, right?
What, PvPs?
Just actually looking up stuff, and that too, yeah. It has been.
I think this is our first PvP of the entire campaign.
Okay, while traveling at a slow pace, a character can move stealthily. As long as they're not in the open, they can try to surprise or sneak by another creature using ability source. Chapter 7. Ah. I love how it says, as long as they're not in the open, they can be stealth.
Technically, as long as you're up against a wall, you're not.
I mean, there's also furniture and everything that you can hide behind. So
I was about to say, I'm technically not in the open. There's plenty of furniture in that room.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking all the times you hid in the open. I was like, okay.
What are you talking about? There's dead bodies to hide behind.
Okay, let's look at it.
Dive into those dead bodies.
Contest, nope, skills.
And the walls. I use walls a lot.
To pull off an acrobatic stone. Okay, so a character who particularly skills are really good at dexterity related to sneaky and hiding. So I don't exactly see where it says so. But for this case, what I'll say is, you would become visible if A, you make a noise, or B, at the end of your turn. Unless someone...
The only reason why I was wondering is because of the thieves tools that I have. Because I got a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're tools that I am proficient in. Using them to cut the wire and then just twist them together. Or technically, in this case, it would be touching them.
So I would say that would require a sleight of hand. Because you're trying to do something in a relatively quick thing without it going haywire. Plus, you also don't know what this is going to do once you cut it. So I would say if you are, depending on how your roll is, really, if you make a sound with this and roll low, your stealth is going to be broken. But if you're able to roll high enough and do it without making any noise, you will not break your stealth.
So what? Because depending upon what it would be, I'm wondering. You don't have to say. What? If you'd be willing to tell me, what would the number, like the low number, be that, like, this is where I draw the line, you get heard?
It's a good question. I would say you would, to succeed, because I think this is a fair thing, to succeed, and to be quick enough to do this, you would need at least a DC 22. Anything less will fail.
Fuck it, let's give it a shot.
Alright.
So you said sleight of hand?
Correct. So you'll be able to snip it. The sleight of hand is to prevent the boo-boo, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what I imagining Tetsu doing is he's getting the wires all together, snipping, dropping the scissors, and then twisting them as he sees, or connecting them as he sees fit. Or are you doing them in a bulk or just one?
How many wires are there?
That's a good point. Let's go with 3. Let's go 3 wires.
So at that point, I think what it would really just be is grabbing them all and just kind of shoving them all together.
That's fine.
And shorting it.
All right. You need 22 is the number you need.
All right. Come on, baby. Hold on. Okay. You've been so good to me today. Please continue being nice to me. I think, oh my god, that might be bare minimum.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's a 20. Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I'm thinking.
I'm sweating over here.
I'm sweating. I don't think I do.
I was just saying, now would be the perfect time to do that one sound again. I mean, you don't have to. I can do it, I think.
Yeah, no, that's a 20. I think. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that is 20.
Alright. So don't worry about saying when I did it.
I didn't hear anything.
It's okay. It's on my end. Alright.
Oh well, I see the rip.
Okay, yeah. Travis got one, so I thought it was fitting for you to get one in a row. Alright, I need you now to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Give me a moment. Where is that? Do you get a +3 on that?
Unfortunately, what I am about to tell you, you do not get a
saving
dexterity saving throw for.
That's fine. I actually get a +4 on that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. Alright, so that is going to be a 15. Yes, 15? 15, yes.
Alright. So Talbot, you can see the general room and everything. You may not know where he's at or anything like that. But you do hear not so much the snipping under wire, but you hear like someone is getting electrocuted at a high voltage, and you smell bird.
Hey, hopefully that's enough to sort it.
and then you do hear a thud on the ground.
Okay.
So Tetsu did fall unconscious with the amount of electricity. I can roll damage if you want.
I'd rather it be damaged. I'm like, really? That much? You're gonna for 45?
All right, let's roll the damage then. Give me 1 second. All right.
That's right, you throw those dice.
All right. I'll give you it all together.
Do it, bitch. Make me dirty.
I only did 2 things.
You did. I mean,
Oil my pants.
oh, okay.
Alright, I still have a dog. Dog's still conscious.
Yeah. For now.
No, but it knows to attack.
Yeah, it would pretty much do your last command.
Which has been attack, so.
If it can see me.
Not wrong. Fry me, daddy, fry me.
Got math.
Do you need a calculator?
Nope.
I mean, I know that I need a calculator when I do things, so.
Okay.
Oh god, my back is hurting. Oof.
And this is why I'm standing.
76 points of damage.
Well, I'm dead.
Well, unconscious, maybe.
76? That's
Not double your current HP.
Oh, yeah, it's not... Oh, God. Yeah, no, sorry. I was thinking of my previous HP. I was like, well...
So instead of a plop, you just hear, and hitting the wall. And then just flopping down. So to let...
I'm just gonna put myself at 0. Just
before we continue, to let everyone know and the audience know, the DC was a hard set DC. And the saving throw was a hard DC. Just to let everyone know on that spread. So yes. So I guess you can't give your dog a command since you are unconscious, so it would follow, I do believe, the last command.
attack, yeah.
But your dog can't see. Oh, sorry. In the absence of stress orders, the creature acts in fashion appropriate to its nature. Which I do believe...
Which would be, in this case, guard. Yeah, this would be guard.
Okay.
Since it's a dog.
I had to pose like if it was a bonus action or whatever in the basement.
Yeah, no, that's...
Just so that you knew what it was.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
So everyone will be able to hear or feel that something's wrong, but we'll give Talbot the last action before... I'm pretty sure everyone's going to rush down below stairs. Current Talbot, what are you going to do with the body?
I'm going to attempt to hide the body.
All right.
Oh, actually, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Since you're not in combat, you're able to move freely, because by the time anyone gets down there, unless you... Yeah.
I was about to say, combat could be happening because of the Mastiff.
Oh, yes. Correct.
So, combat is still...
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to cast Invisibility at 3rd level, which can allow me to target one additional creature, and I would choose me and Tetsu to be invisible.
Ooh.
So I break stealth. I break invisibility momentarily. I go up to your body and I cast invisibility, and both of us go invisible.
Full. So at this point, I need to start making saving throws.
Technically, yes.
And then afterwards, I would because I'm basically holding on to him, try to
stabilize him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and make Tetsu make me one death saving throw.
Now what is that? I forgot. D20?
Yeah. I do believe anything lower than a 10 you fail, 10 and higher you succeed.
Oh, I failed.
All right. So this
What was it, a nat 1?
No, that was an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
So one failed.
Because bad things happen at nat 1s and great things happen at nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
no, that was an 8.
I will go ahead.
Can confirm it wasn't me.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take care. I'll control Talbot from here on. Just to deal with the formality and everything.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for...
I don't have Talbot's character sheet in front of me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Nope. Too late.
That's okay. Well, I'll just give you my character sheet.
Well, also, I want Talbot to be as real as Talbot as possible. But everyone does feel the boat who's up top. So, Senguine, Iris, Beryl, Typhon. The boat does wobble a little bit. Or you can kind of sense a surge of magic power from the ship. So it kind of warped a little bit. So it definitely got you guys' attention. Good thing I don't read English. And Typhon's just going to look at all you guys very confused.
Beryl's just at the crow's nest. She's gonna look down. Typhon, what's wrong with your ship?
Don't ask me. I'm not the expert in magic.
You're the one that has all the answers. It's your ship.
Core, do you want to steer?
Sure.
You steer. Let's go check it out.
I climbed down from the crow's nest. It's gonna take me a hop minute.
Okay. Senguine, are you gonna care, or are you just gonna stay up there? Oh, stay practicing.
Thing.
Alright. So you follow Typhon?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so Typhon and Senguine will get to the location quicker, just because they had a head start and they can move a lot faster than Beryl, going from top to bottom, without Beryl just falling down. So you guys will go through, the second floor. Nothing seems wrong. You go to the third floor. And you get to the very end, and you see Talbot putting back like a book. It looks like it got a little messy in here, due to a little bit like of some markings and everything, some visible stuff. Yes, Tetsu. I can't hear you, bud.
Now that the target is there, the dog's gonna attack. The dog never left.
Correct, but I don't believe dogs get reactions.
No, but Talbot is there now. The target is there. So it has to follow its last order, which was attack.
That's fair.
So now that Talbot is no longer invisible,
alright, so
attack of opportunity happens.
So you guys will, instead of the book, you guys will, so Typhon and Senguine will come into the little study lounge, seeing Tetsu's dog attacking Talbot.
Do you want me to
He
roll?
would tackle the dog.
No, because it's just going to be a quick little thing. Senguine goes and tackles the dog. The dog, kicks wildly and everything, and still tries to, chomp at.
I was about to say, now it's just going to start attacking whoever starts attacking it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think Senguine has enough strength to outdo this dog.
You gonna kill the dog?
What's the dog's strength? Just wanting to know.
Strength is a 13.
Yeah, I think Senguine has more than enough strength to pin a dog down. Typhon's just gonna go in. Talbot, you can actually talk at this point, so Travis, you can still roleplay Talbot. Any key information I will state instead. But you got your general thing, or hopefully you can know how to work with your here. Typhon's gonna just go and be like, "Whoa, Talbot, what's going on? Why does this dog want to attack you?" And don't forget, you're muted.
I don't know. It just started to attack me.
All right.
Do you have cinnamon in your pocket?
That's not funny, okay? I hate.
Before I kill this dog, can someone get this dog off of me?
I do believe, yeah. So Senguine currently does have the dog right now. Where's Tetsu? Why is his dog running around aimlessly?
That's actually a good question. I have no idea.
All right. So with that, actually, question: does Senguine care to investigate the lie? Would Senguine even know if that's a lie?
No. Honestly, probably not.
Okay.
He probably take it at face value because Talbot has been nothing if not honest with him from the very beginning.
So to let kind of like everyone know, audience and players wise, lying honestly does come to down of, do you know the person? Does this person seem sketchy or whatnot? This situation, correct. A lie wouldn't be, you wouldn't just go, "Oh, hey, Talbot, that was a lie. I know you know something."
Like, it would, like, for me, it's like saying was probably just like, he sees the dog attacking and it's just like, that's fucking weird. That's pretty much it.
That's your whole entire group, though. All right. Where are you going to take the dog, Senguine?
I'm just gonna, like, kind of hold on to it and just restrain it while we talk to Talbot.
All right. Typhon's going to look at the dog and be like, "Wait, isn't this one of his fluffball things?"
Yeah, I think so.
So if you kill it, does it just go back to a fluffball?
You know, when it comes to pets, I don't know if it's good to risk something like that. Because what if it's not?
That's fine. Do you just want to toss it in his room?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. They will go. Actually, just toss it into my room, since I don't know if his room's locked or not. So you go to Typhon's room and just toss it in there.
Okay.
Typhon will then close the door before the dog has a chance to run out.
So Talbot, do you have like jerky in your pocket or something? Is it rations, something in there? Why would this dog attack you? Like at all?
And then
I've never seen it attack.
At that moment of question, Beryl does come down.
Oh, Senguine asked the question?
Correct. So you would come down the stairs as he's asking the question on the other side of the room. So you may not hear the question, but you can at least everyone can see each other at this point.
Talbot, what magic stuff are you working on right now? The whole shit did a weeble wobble.
Honestly, I was still trying to fine-tune my my polymorph, and I still haven't quite got the formula correctly. And so I've just sort of been working on that, and I wanted to get to a secluded area so that, you know, I didn't disturb anybody, and I got into this room.
Oh, that doesn't seem that bad. Senguine, why do you have a dog? Oh, wait, you don't have a dog anymore. Never mind. In the room. Never mind.
I don't. What are you talking about?
I don't have anything.
But why does it smell like bird?
Does it smell like electrical stuff?
That's a good question. I don't know what electrical stuff smells like.
Usually it smells like burning plastic, burning rubber, or burning.
We'll say yes, since the time it
smells like an airport tarmac.
It doesn't smell heavily of it, but it's still lingering. That lingering smell is still there.
Does polymorph require you to burn stuff, Talbot? Because that's probably not the smartest thing to do with the deck, like on the bottom of the ship. I hope you haven't been burning things down here.
Let me check something really quickly.
What's the ingredients?
It does involve a caterpillar cocoon. And I pull out of my components a caterpillar cocoon.
Do you burn it?
Well, I do have to harness its energy using my wand, and so it does create a little bit of smoke, but it's not. You know, I don't think it would cause that much of a fire.
Senguine, does it smell like? It smells like a lot of fire down here, Senguine. Should we check this out?
So, question, Peter.
Yep.
Senguine would know what electricity would smell like as he worships Thor, yes?
Where your organization has dealt with electricity before, yes. As in you have small things that can deal with electricity. But it's not like, I can make a vehicle or anything like this. But yes, you have dealt with electricity before.
Because you said it smells like electricity down here, or whatever it may be. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Burning.
Yeah.
But I would be familiar with that smell.
Correct.
Okay. It smells. It smells kind of like some sort of electric burn down here. I'm not really sure what that means though.
I can have one of the crewmates clean up down here, if you guys want.
So Senguine's going to do something he hasn't done in quite a long time. He is going to open up his senses and do the good and evil thing. You know, detect evil or whatever.
Fuck, the one thing I forgot about.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Okay. Who everyone in, oh god, sorry. Okay. Tetsu, what's your alignment?
You know, that is a great question.
It's pretty fluid.
I'm pretty sure I put him as goddamn neutral as possible because he is. Hold Scheisse. What would that be under?
Alignment.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there it is. Yes, I put it as neutral. Sorry, no, I
It's
wanted to know,
okay.
is it under description or what?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's, I put it as neutral.
Okay, Talbot.
Lawful neutral.
Okay, Beryl.
Lawful good.
Oh wow. Okay. God damn. All right.
Sarah?
What?
What's Iris? Chaotic neutral for Iris?
Okay, so Beryl glows good. Because of the lawful. I do believe that's how it works, right? So.
No, I just get like a sense of like any evil that's like coming about. You know.
Do you know the exact location of the evil?
I believe so. Or I get like a sense of the direction. I believe is what it is.
It's okay. We'll go ahead and look up. It's an ability, not a spell, correct?
Yeah, it is a class ability.
All right, let's go with that paladin.
I can't find my player's manual right now, so
It's okay. I got mine out.
I would look it up otherwise.
It's all good. We've been doing this all night, and it's good practice for us. Apparently, I don't know my alphabet. Okay, paladins. What level do you get it at? Okay.
I think you get it right. It's like Divine Sense is what it's called.
Okay. The presence of strong evil registered on your sense and so is that what you're using, Divine Sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Powerful good.
Sense that.
Oh, okay. So a presence of strong evil registers as your sense in Noxus order, and a powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect those forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type celestial, fiend, and undead of any of those presence you sense, but not is identified such as a vampire or whatnot within the radius. You can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated with a hollow spell. Okay. So as long as it's not behind total cover. You have two distinct orders within 60 feet. In a general direction of Typhon and Talbot. A small ring goes out for Beryl because of the lawful. Not a very loud one, just a small silent one because she's lawful neutral.
I'm lawful good.
Oh, lawful good. Never mind. She rings. So you hit.
I was about to say, I thought she was lawful.
Sorry, I thought that was lawful neutral. My bad. So you get two faint orders of rotting whatever, and then a heavenly ha. But that's about it.
What do you get for neutral?
Damn bitch, get off the fence. I love Travis's chair every time. Alright, so that's what you get.
So I bet you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today.
Okay, so with that, so Senguine gets an odor from Typhon, and so he's gonna kind of take a look at little Talbot down here.
Okay, because Talbot would be the unusual one of that odor.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Because he would recognize Typhon from when he, sorry for my phrasing, went inside Iris.
That,
Giggity.
or you also do know that he
Giggity-goo.
is part Inferno, so I know it said fiend, but I'm classifying like anything that's related to that devil.
Well, aren't infernal celestials as well?
They're more, because it's weird, because it's fiend and infernos are two different things, but they're practically the same thing. One more is like a demon. I think one's more like a half demon. It's weird.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna take a look at old Talbot.
All right,
Should I
Senguine's.
roll against something here?
No, I mean you're just looking at her.
I'm gonna like perceive, see if I see anything out of the norm.
Perception check.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. That's a 6.
Nothing seems out of ordinary.
Okay. So Talbot checks out.
Damn it.
Well, this smells really worrying me, Senguine, Talbot. Maybe we should get someone to look into it. You know who's really good at finding things? Tetsu.
Dogs. Oh, yeah, Tetsu, you're right. Yeah.
That's
We should
Beryl.
get Tetsu to check it out. Anybody know where Tetsu's at?
Did you check the crow's nest?
Well, I just came from there, so he wasn't up there with me.
I mean, I have no idea. I haven't seen him since he actually went down here. He should have been in his room.
Well, I ain't got time to check this whole entire shit. I'm gonna reach into my pouch and grab one of my nice fancy little crystal rocks, and I'm gonna cast, not a but where is it? I just had it up here. Locate object.
Is Tetsu an object?
No, but I can describe something on his person that I know
He is
has.
to me.
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna look for I know that Tetsu made a specific point to go get his hat from Core. I'm seeing it earlier.
okay.
When I was in the crow's nest, so I'm going to cast locate object on Tetsu's hat.
Alright, so you have to know this hat very familiar, correct?
I do.
And he wears
I
it.
know this hat very
He wears it
well.
all the
Tetsu
time?
wears it every day.
Alright, so now read me the
He
spell.
wears that hat every day. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its motion. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. But I'm not looking for a specific. I'm looking for a specific one, so not.
Alright, so does it tell you the exact location? I guess that's what I'm looking for.
It tells me the direction of the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She would know.
Alright,
I would know where it was at as long as it's within 1,000 feet.
okay, it is, in Talbot's pouch.
Talbot, why do you have Tetsu's hat?
Yeah, Talbot, why do you have my hat?
Peter, I need you to take over.
Deny. Or come up with something.
Okay, great. His hat.
Play this character as though it is the real you.
Oh, sure. Okay, great. Witnessing a meltdown. Love it. I don't. His hat. I don't have his hat.
It's in your pouch.
I start looking through my pouch. Do it. I like. Is it?
It's a bag of holding
Like a-
pouch.
It's a bag of holding pouch.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you put a bird in the bag of holding?
So I. Oh wait, hold on. Does the object have to be on the same plane of existence?
It doesn't say.
Because the bag of holding, what's in it, is not on the same plane.
Please tell me you didn't put our friend in a bag of holding. 'Cause that means you did.
Yeah, I was about to say, do I need to roll out a new character?
No, don't worry about it. Just continue with the roleplay in this. For this case, we'll give it for right now because I didn't think about that. So for this instance, it works.
Okay.
Because that was my DM fault. I did not think of that.
Okay. All right. So I just
suffocated him.
so I go into the bag, and then I just no, it's not in here.
No, it surely is, Talbot. You know as well as I do, magic doesn't lie.
Well done, Senguine.
Did you steal his hat? You know how he loves that hat.
Yes, he
Suck it, nerd.
had asked me to hold on to it.
Love it.
Talbot, can I see that hat, please?
Reluctantly reaches into the bag, imagines the hat.
Tetsu, is that hat tied to your head?
It is not.
Bullshit! It's got a fucking thing.
When he pulls it out, it's not attached to your head.
I'm gonna hang on to this until we find Tetsu, alright?
Okay.
I'm looking Senguine. I don't like this, Senguine.
I don't either.
I was only tasked with holding on to it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Tetsu doesn't give his things to other people.
He did give it to Core.
And if he
Unless
did,
he
he would
kept
totally
it.
give it to me, and you know it.
I mean, didn't he give it to Core?
Right, but he had a place he was going, so if he gave you his hat, it's because he thought he was going somewhere he might lose it.
Well, did he leave
Was
the
he planning
ship?
on leaving the ship?
I did not ask the specifics as to why. I just said okay.
Did you see what direction he went in?
I think he was headed towards the top of the ship, but I'm not sure. No,
Well,
wait,
is
yeah,
on the
he
top of the
was.
ship, 'cause that's where I was. I was on the front. I would have seen anyone on the deck.
Well, he was going up the stairs. That's about as much as I know.
Plus, if he didn't want us to notice, he could have self-spy almost any one of us. Says Typhon.
I want a metagame so bad right now. But I think Sanguine's buying this.
Well, did he give you any more of his stuff?
Do I have other things?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like an entire goddamn body.
He did give me his bag to hold on to, but he kept all of his weapons.
Well, he kept all of his weapons?
Okay,
Yes.
with that, since the Beryl's the only one who kind of doesn't like it and suspects, let's go ahead and roll that lovely deception against what is it?
Insight?
Insight, yeah.
I'm going to use my crown chakra. That's... Moonstone, do not. Insight.
Did you roll in that one?
18.
No,
Did you roll in that 20?
no, I lied. I am lying.
On which one?
I rolled a natural 3.
I got an 18.
Okay. You do suspect something's a little odd with Talbot now.
Talbot, sweetie, this is going to be really important. Are you lying to us right now?
I'm not really good at lying.
I know you're not. That's why I'm getting this really bad, suspicious feeling from you right now. Your
No,
talk was real nutty.
You know I don't believe in that kind of stuff.
I also don't believe that Tetsu would just give you his hat and his bag.
No, he's done it before.
Not if he wasn't planning on leaving the ship.
So maybe we should just go look for him. If that is truly the case, then we should go look for him.
And the best person to look for someone who's lost is someone who can lose himself very easily. Core.
Sanguine's gonna go check his room.
Alright, the door is closed. Do you open it right away or do you knock?
Not Sanguine before.
He opens it. Come on. It's,
Okay, that's fair. Alright, you open it. No one's in there. No one's in there. But
Tetsu,
Love looks like...
you in here, bud? We're looking for you.
I
This
can't
is
see your
getting
room.
weird.
Then you suddenly hear, I'm busy right now. Leave me alone. In the room.
Hey, say that again. Where are you at?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation
Because
check.
I'm in the room, right? And so I'm just hearing a voice out of nowhere saying I'm busy.
Correct. Roll me an investigation check with advantage. Because this is gonna...
With advantage?
Yeah,
Cool.
with advantage.
Ooh, I may not need it. That's a 19.
Alright, so coming from... The sound is coming from underneath the sheets. Whatever he sleeps in. It's in that, like, bedding area.
I'm gonna open the bedding area and see what I can find.
Alright, you see a little music box with a figure of Tetsu spinning. Like, kind of on, like, a record. And it just repeats, I'm busy, leave me alone. I don't want to talk right now. Go away.
Okay, so
At this point, I will cast Misty Step to go 30 feet away into an unoccupied space. And then I will cast Invisibility at 3rd level to go invisible.
Okay, so I will have seen that Misty Step landing before she could cast Invisibility, correct?
Fair.
I would Thunder Step there.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it to kind of make it fair for everyone. So Misty Step, we'll say like in front of the door. Sanguine's reaction through Thunder Steps to you, and for the roleplay aspect of it, I will say he grabs you and pins you up against a wall. I'll take it from here, Travis.
Okay.
Uh,
To me, this was the only thing.
no, you did wonderful. You did wonderful. So I thank you for that. So you.
I'm just gonna have a heart attack in the corner of the room.
Cool. Me too. I was wondering how far we could get this going.
Also, anybody who was within 10 feet of me would need, when I left the room, would need to make a Constitution saving throw, but I don't think anybody
No. So you pin up Talbot against the wall. What did
I succeed.
you succeed in?
His check that he made
Oh,
for the Thunder Step.
okay.
I rolled a natural 17.
Oh, it's when you land. That's when it happens.
No, it's from when
You cast it.
From where you leave.
Okay, so yeah, you're good.
So Sanguine looks at Talbot and goes, "What the fuck is happening here?"
Talbot just shakes the head like, I don't know. I panicked.
So is there a noticeable personality change here?
Yes, dramatically.
Okay. Sanguine's gonna punch Talbot.
So as you wind up the punch, Typhon's gonna step in. Okay. I think that's enough. Well,
You've been waiting to do that for months.
That doesn't look. That's not boding well for old Typhon there. So Sanguine's gonna have his arm cocked back still and be like, "Somebody better explain what the fuck is going on right now."
I'll explain everything, but first, Beryl, can you go get Core? So I don't have.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay, well, do you want me to repeat the situation 700 times?
Yeah, I'm not leaving you guys alone.
Okay, we all know that Senguine is a lot stronger than I am.
Yeah, honestly, Beryl, you could probably take your time. I've got it pretty much covered down here.
I will admit that I cannot take a full-fledged paladin on right now who has the gods on their sides.
Yeah, you see my new hammer? It's pretty cool. It would also look pretty cool embedded in some fuckers' heads sometime. So, you don't have to worry about it if you want to go run up and grab Core real quick.
And if it helps, Typhon will start to take off his armor and then just toss it in the corner. There. Makes it easier for Senguine.
I'm gonna cast Sending.
That works.
Nice.
Cast Sending to a core. I'm just gonna say, there's some sneaky shit going on with Talbot. Please come downstairs. Find someone else to run the ship.
He'll look at you guys.
Gus will give you a thumbs up.
You're in charge, buddy.
Gives you a salute.
I'll put him on the wheel.
So 2 hours later,
Uh,
2 hours later, when Core finally is able to find her way down.
yeah, pretty much. You guys have a lovely tea party. You're fully rested. 2 hours later, Core finds a way down.
You guys give Core a little more credit than that. We've been on this boat for more than 2 weeks.
This is fair. So Core eventually makes her way downstairs. You see Senguine with Talbot against a wall. Typhon without his armor, but still has his weapon. And go from there.
Hey, Typhon.
Yeah.
You care to explain what the fuck's happening now? This would be really cool.
Yeah. Can you let it down, though?
So Senguine does like a full Nelson, not with a half Nelson. I don't know, like the thing where you like whip their arm around, so it's like, twisting their arm behind their back. Like, I'm not letting this shit go. Last time we let it go, it tried to misty step the fuck out of me.
So, as...
I don't know what's happening. You've all pissed me off. Senguine's on a tear. You're lucky I didn't take a level in Barbarian, because I've been raging the fuck out right now. Okay?
So, as you do that, Talbot morphs into Tetsu.
Hey, this is... Okay, so there's a shapeshifter going on? What the...
Can you let it go so I can explain what it is?
I still don't want to let it go.
It's not going to do anything.
What?
I don't believe that.
This is... Why are you so calm right now? What?
Do you want the explanation?
Okay, so Senguine is just gonna, like, kind of Sparta kick it. Hard enough to where everybody gets the point that, like, you fuck up, you fucked up. But, like, but not hard enough to, like, hurt it, but just enough to be like, oh, okay, he means business.
Alright, so it will stumble forward and everything and kind of, like, curl up in a ball behind a chair. Typhon will go, okay, well, please show them your true form so they can understand what's going on. The thing kind of, the Tetsu slowly and shakily comes up and goes into original form, which is a doppelganger with about 8 eyes on the top of his head and a mimic's mouth.
I draw my staff.
This is a doppelganger mixed with a mimic. So only one of its kind.
Tetsu's hat.
Because Tetsu... Oh god, it's going to be disgusting. Typhon reaches into the mouth part and pulls out Tetsu and flings him to the ground. That's why.
I immediately go to Tetsu and throw a Cure Wounds into him.
Alright, so Tetsu will go to 1 HP.
No, Cure Wounds is a...
No, I know what Cure Wounds does.
Oh, okay.
It just brings him to 1 HP.
1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, you don't need to roll about that. You just know that healing him just brought him to 1 HP.
Okay.
DM discretion magical shit.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
can you go ahead and transform into whatever you like? So at least they got the point. It will transfer back into Talbot. All right.
Hey, Tetsu, where's Talbot?
Before I show you, understand that the location we're going into is very delicate. I have to make sure certain things are in order because Iris is in more danger than he thinks. And I don't have a replacement to contain it until we get to the docks. So Talbot was helping me contain it.
It what?
Hey, Tetsu. Hi. Oh, hold on. Can I have his stuff?
Is Tetsu back? Like,
You're back conscious with a bag next to you with all your stuff into it.
great.
You are very
Immediately
delicate.
picks
One
up
hit
his
point.
stuff. And oof, he is angry. He's about as angry, if not more angry, than Senguine is right now. And nobody's ever seen him angry.
Alright, so if I turn my back, you're not going to do anything, correct?
Oh, he's just dead silent. Just you can feel daggers in you, and there's nothing in you right now.
Alright, so he goes to the bookshelf. I gotta let the gas out first. Pulls a different book. You can
definitely at that point hear the little chink of the sword unhinging from the hilt or from the sheath, so it's ready.
Tetsu, calm down. You all hear like a release from the opposite side of this wall. He goes to a different, like a wall with a different panel in it. And goes, well, since Tetsu circus this, I gotta do it manually. He takes out a piece of wall and starts to crank the door open. It starts to, slide open. There, you see Iris and Talbot both unconscious. Iris is in a cage with her hands and feet bound, and Talbot is on the floor.
Hey, Typhon, you better get to explain it real fucking quick.
Yeah, let's go in the room.
No, at that point, the sword is right up to his throat.
I'm filled with my companions who are knocked the fuck out in a cage. Don't expect... No. Come on.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not gonna
and that
happen.
katana's right up against Typhon's throat.
Okay, fine.
Of course they go over to Talbot.
They're both unconscious. It was a gas that knocks them unconscious.
Oh, really?
Cool. Talbot was magically enhancing that case so Iris doesn't turn into a fucking demon. Because you idiots let her.
How were we ever supposed to know she was turning into a demon?
Did you bother?
Senguine, what restraints do you have on you right now?
Okay, one, we're not going there, because two,
Furry handcuffs.
I honestly don't think you can take this ship over if I don't let you. Three.
Okay, but you gotta understand right now, what you're showing us is pretty fucking shocking.
That's why
you can't have expected us. You can't have expected us to be like, oh yeah, cool. Thanks for knocking our friends out and putting them in a cage.
it wouldn't have happened if someone didn't mess with the door. Talbot knew. She
Wouldn't have happened if
agreed.
you would have explained this beforehand.
You don't go
One more
sneaking.
thing that I don't like, and I swear to God, you'll be bleeding from your throat.
I told Talbot she was fine with it. Talbot agreed to do this.
That's one person out of an entire party.
I only need
And you
one
didn't even
person.
speak with the party leader.
Oh, Core? Yeah, if Core wasn't in her head so much, I wouldn't have to go behind your back.
At that point, he's gonna get a ninjato in his side without his armor on, so...
He'll take the damage.
Oh, that was... Plus... So that's gonna be... 7 damage.
Alright.
And he's gonna keep it in him and go, I swear to God, you better start speaking more respectfully.
At that moment, you guys do feel that the ship is now descending into water. Core, do you want to wake up Talbot? Since you said already you were over there?
Yeah.
Okay. You can wake up Talbot just fine by shaking her. Alright. Talbot, you awake?
Oh, hey, Core.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's just... I'm tired.
How is everybody so fucking calm right now? I don't get this. I'm freaking out, guys. Okay? There's some shit happening right now, and this fuck won't explain.
What do you... Okay.
Start speaking, dude. Apparently the ship's sinking. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Okay.
You need to tell me what's happening right now.
You...
Cryptic language, none of that bullshit.
I haven't been cryptic. Fine. You ask questions, I answer.
Ship's sinking.
Yes, because there's a sword in my side.
What the fuck's happening? That is not why the ship is sinking, necessarily. Is it?
Yes, that's exactly why the ship is sinking.
Well, the ship is magical in nature. It is magical in nature. If it is, if the ship and its descension is somehow tied to his current physical status, theoretically, if he were to pass and die, the ship could theoretically sink.
Talbot, how much of that spell is still currently active on that cage you have there?
There was 24 hours, and then I started to reverse 1 hour of it, so there's 23 hours left in the cage.
Senguine, can you do something for me?
What's up, dude?
Throw him in the cage.
Okay. You might want to take your sword out of him, though. That'd probably be a good idea.
He'll pull the ninjato out, but keep the katana to his throat and go grab him before I do that.
I'm gonna put him in the cage. While I do, I'm gonna have my hand. I'm gonna use some of my pool of healing to heal up the wound, so we don't sink the ship, just in case.
The cage only fits one, and if the magic's still on it, you can't open it.
It will take me 23 hours in order for the magic to be reversed. I had started the process, and then Iris had woken up, and I had asked what was going on, and she said that Typhon went crazy, and that he went mad with power, and he knocked her out, and you know, I trusted Typhon because I thought something was wrong with Iris. I mean, most of you have traveled with Iris. Something has changed between what happened 2 years ago and now. There was something inside of her, but it felt like what she was saying was true. That Typhon was taking advantage of her.
Yeah, it's called a demon's tongue. They're really good at lying.
Yeah, that also comes from the other demon in the room right now.
Devil's tongue. We're not demons with devils. There's a difference.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, dude. Talbot has been nothing but honest with us this whole time, and you kept our companions locked up and put a sick mimic on us. So, honestly, you don't have a whole lot of leg to stand on right here there, bud.
Well, one, you can't put me in a cage for another 23 hours unless someone dispels her magic. Two, the ship will sink underwater into a bubble, and if I wish, pop the bubble, killing everyone. Pretty sure I kind of have the upper hand here. And three...
Okay, so you are just a fucking asshole. Okay, cool.
And three...
So we're gonna figure this out another way.
Tetsu, I got an idea. Could you, drag this poor excuse for Captain closer to that cage so that they are both standing within 15 feet of each other?
Oh, dear God.
Senguine, could you do that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Great. Is Iris awake at all?
No one has gone over to her to wake her yet.
Core, can you wake Iris up, please? Since you're over there where Talbot was.
She was probably unconscious. She fell unconscious about the same time I did when the smoke had filled up and wasn't able to breathe.
I'll go
we
over
should try to
and
get
wake
her
her up.
awake.
I'll go over and try to wake her up.
Alright, a couple of nudges here and there wakes her up.
Alright, when they're both awake, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Zone of Truth.
Yes.
So I'll need both of them to make a Wisdom saving throw, Charisma saving throw. They're gonna have to beat.
Clint McElroy is so proud of you right
What?
now.
If you want them to tell the truth, why don't you just tell them to automatically fail? And then wouldn't you know if they succeeded or failed or not?
I mean, yes, if they choose to. I will know whether they fail. It does. The spell doesn't tell me that I know if they fail or not.
What's the DC?
DC's gonna be 16.
Okay.
Get it. Roll that.
I like how Sarah doesn't even get to say anything as Iris. She wakes up and goes, "Make a saving throw."
Oh, I have to make a saving throw?
Yes, you have to make a saving throw.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good.
Wait, for what?
Charisma
What was it,
saving throw,
charisma?
You have to beat a 16.
It has to be to 16.
I know your charisma's hella high, but I'll know if you beat it or not. So.
Okay, so you will know if they beat it.
I know whether they fail or
Yes,
succeed.
that's how
I
Zone
don't
of
know
Truth
whether
works.
they'll tell the truth.
Typhon succeeds.
Typhon succeeds.
Yeah, by 1.
No, wait. Saving throw plus 9, so it's a 19.
So they both succeeded. So they both choose that they can have the ability to lie.
Just don't let her out.
Iris is gonna cast Dispel Magic on the cage.
Ooh.
Forgot she had that.
Question is, can she?
Is it a verbal somatic?
Verbal and somatic. Or somatic.
I can't do it because you don't have movement of your arms or legs.
It's verbal or.
Oh, verbal or?
It says V, S.
So verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the common
Yeah.
means. It means like and.
So Senguine is going to open up his senses one more time and see. Just take which one smells a little worse. We'll sniff around, you know.
So you're gonna do divine sense.
Yeah. I think I get 2 of them per long rest or something like that.
Let's double check on that to make sure because that will determine what I tell you.
I'm like almost positive. But...
Yeah, I think you could actually do it willingly. It just takes an action.
So that you know, Talbot is lawful neutral. Maybe a lawful neutral eminence will, be put into the universe with all the rocks.
Alright, so you can use it 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh yeah, we're good. just we're gonna roll it up. I still have 3 more after this then.
Alright. At this current moment, wait, what is Iris's what again? Her alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay. They both smell about the same, due to the chaoticness.
So neither one of them is more evil than the other.
Correct. You also don't know what kind of evil because it doesn't give you an answer like, hey, this person more evil, but you at least know from like a religion standpoint or alignment standpoint is they have one of their alignments in an evil or chaotic and one in either a neutral or a good. Well, actually in a neutral in this case. So you can safely assume that both of them are chaotic neutral chaotic neutral.
Okay, guys, I tried to use my divine sense, but I'm not really.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Look,
I'm just so confused. I don't understand what's going on. Like, someone say something.
all right. Since I don't, can you let me go so I can explain?
don't think you need your hands to explain.
No, but it'd be a lot more
Yeah,
comfortable.
you've been doing an awful lot of flapping the gums for now wanting to be let go to flap them.
Look, so we're going to our homeland. Our homeland is not the greatest, as in, it does something to tieflings there. Once tieflings hit a certain, let's say, level or experience, we get a suppressant. Whether that's in the form of jewelry or anything, so our demon blood doesn't take us over and we still go on a murderous rampage. This knowledge is not known to many. It's not known to Iris. Her suppressant was her fucking wedding ring that got destroyed. Mine was mine. That cage was literally the only thing keeping her from going full demon. I had Eugene teleport me back over there so I can have someone make her a new one.
Peter, real quickly.
Yeah, what up?
For the spells, according to the player's handbook, you need to be able to provide one or more spelled material components to be able to cast that spell. That includes verbal, gesture, or material.
Okay.
So you don't need it all.
Okay, so she wouldn't have the materials then.
Correct. However, if it's a verbal or... Yeah.
So she
Since
doesn't need a spell
these are
component
verbal-
to cast a spell?
Well, no. So because her spells are verbal or somatic,
Yeah.
it means that she doesn't need to do hand gestures in order to do them. She can just do verbal.
I can just do the actual casting.
Okay, so but are you required to have spell components? Is a bard required to have spell components?
There's no other components to that spell, I don't think.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
for Dispel Magic, there's no components. Like, no material components.
Okay. If that's the case,
So
then...
technically, I could have cast Dispel Magic on the cage.
It says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell
Yeah,
of third level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of the fourth level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success check, the spell ends.
Alright, so for this case then, since that is new information...
Okay. New information. A spell's components are the physical requirements you must meet in order to cast it. Each spell's description indicates whether it requires a verbal, semantic, or material components. If you cannot provide one or more of a spell's components, you are unable to cast the spell.
But I can't provide one.
And she can provide at minimum one of those. In which case it's the verbal.
Give me a second.
Because otherwise, for just about every single spell that we've ever casted, we would have been breaking the D&D rules. Because that means that everyone has to be able to freely move or have all the components for spells.
Well, that's why there's spell component pouches. So it gets rid of kind of the spell component of it. So Iris wouldn't have any of her gear on her while in this cage.
Correct, however, the verbal or somatic.
Well, it just says that if you can't provide one or more of the components, meaning that if any of the components are missing, you are unable to cast the spell.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do...
Sorry, you just cut out.
Yeah, so if you're missing one of your components, whether it's the verbal or the semantic or the material, you're unable to cast the spell.
Okay, so...
It's not, you have to provide at least one of those things in order to cast it. It is, you have to have all of those things.
Period.
Yeah, so Dispel Magic, yeah, so...
Like, ever.
Evocation... Yeah, so some spells don't require a spell component. So to take Dispel Magic, for example. The component is a verbal and semantic one. So for that, there was no spell component, so she's good on that part. Because the spell itself doesn't require a spell component. But it does require a verbal and semantic one. So the question would be, is, as casters, as long as you meet one of those requirements, should you be able to cast it? Or do you need to meet all the requirements to cast it? Because I do believe that's why they have separate spell lists, and depending on what spells can be cast with certain... so for example, Disintegrate takes a verbal, semantic, and a material component. So you would need all three of those to cast it, or are we saying that you just need one of those three? So you wouldn't need the stone, you wouldn't need the materials. So that's what it comes down to. Either the whole requirement is met, or none of the requirement, or one of the requirements met. Because in that case, a Disintegrate spell wouldn't need a material component to it. Does everyone get that?
So, just going based on what the player's handbook says on page 203, at the top in the component section, it says that if you cannot provide one or more of the spell's components, you're unable to cast the spell. So if she is unable to do the somatic component of it, I don't think she would have the capabilities to cast the spell. And I believe, unless she has... I'm actually going to have to look this one up, because there are feats that can help with the semantic components.
Okay. So the semantic... A caster must have free use of at least one hand to perform this gesture. Which, unfortunately, Iris did not have a free hand at the moment. But verbal, most spells require a chanting of mystical words. The words themselves aren't the source of the spell's power, rather the particular combination of sound, blah blah blah. Thus, a character who is gagged or in an area of silence, such as create by the spell silence, cannot cast spells with a verbal component. So, again, the way I've always learned it, and the way I've always actually been taught or seen, is that you have to meet the whole requirement set. Because if you don't meet the whole requirement set, there is no point for spell components. Because any spell that needs a spell component is useless because you meet verbal or semantic. So I see why, like, Dispel Magic doesn't take a spell component. So correct. Well, you still can at the moment. So, ruling will be you have to meet the whole requirement. So you must require verbal and somatic. Because I do believe some spells only has a verbal, like Dimension Door. So if you're grappled, you don't have free of your hands, but you still have free of your voice. Good job, Travis. So that's why you can Dimension Door in a grapple. So yeah, it's good to discuss that and find out everyone's viewpoint on it.
Cool. Then I shouldn't have cast half the spells that I've cast playing this campaign. Then
how many times were you grappled?
I don't know, but based on what you've said, there's only God knows how many spells that I have cast that maybe I shouldn't have been able to.
Well, from my knowledge, Iris either has been unconscious and can't cast spells, or has never really been grappled. And since this is an ever-evolving game and we learn these rules as we go along, we do have to make a slight tweak. Unless it comes with a spell component, and if Iris doesn't have a spell component pouch, or bards don't get something like that, then I can see why you can't cast half the spells you can. But at that point, I'm pretty sure I would have stated that for bards, they don't need one due to the formality of it. But I think they get one.
Yeah, if she picked, I think she has a spell component pouch.
Here's a question. Just going on what happened in the chamber before they were knocked unconscious from the gas.
Correct. Yeah.
He successfully
What, Kyle?
You went mute.
Yeah,
you went mute.
Sorry, I was using her mic and then she muted. During the combat, you destroyed one of the shackles, correct?
No, I didn't. I damaged it, but I did not destroy it. I was trying to, but I was unsuccessful.
Ah,
correct.
Okay.
So one is
I was just
weakened.
wondering, because I was like...
No, I damaged it. I did a good amount, but I did not destroy it.
Correct. So one of those
10,
things
4.
are weakened. It's one of the things that we were going to... I guess it's my fault for not stating that right away, but there was a lot of things going on at this moment. So I guess from Iris's perspective, we'll jump in with Iris and letting her know that as the group is arguing and kind of bickering with Typhon, you do notice that one of your shackles is damaged. You can safely assume with enough strength, you can probably break it. That's if you believe you're able to successfully break it with a strength check. Or, since it's damaged and everything, I'll also allow, if you wanted to, an acrobatics check to get your hand out of it. That's if you wanted to even do anything at the current moment.
I could try an acrobatics check.
Okay, a fail would mean everyone would catch you. A pass would just mean that you're able to slip your hand out without anyone noticing because everyone is kind of focused their attention on Typhon.
So technically, would I get advantage on it because no one's paying attention to me?
I'm gonna say
Technically, that would be the same rules that would fall under the, what would it be? Sneak attack?
Like the unseen attacker.
Yeah, because if somebody's monologuing and they're not paying attention,
but
they don't like, and I go up and I attack them, now suddenly I am getting a bonus because the person wasn't paying attention. Since nobody's technically paying attention.
But don't you have to have that ability?
I don't know.
In this situation, it would be up to the DM's discretion, most likely.
But
no one's paying attention to me.
Okay.
And they're all busy.
I'm gonna say no because I don't want to open that door to any possibilities of that being A, manipulated, or B, outright broken. Because the characters can then argue, we are highly trained adventurers at this point at level 7, even the slightest movement we should be able to pass. Because Tetsu has a passive possession of 18. If the DC is 17, you got out, but Tetsu still sees you.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to say no to the advantage. If you pass a DC...
But I can potentially do acrobatics.
Correct. Acrobatics would be a dex ability to just kind of wiggle your arm out. If you wanted to, for this one time, I will let you do sleight of hand. So there's 2 checks you have to do. One is to get your hand out, and the second would be for the noise. So sleight of hand is a noise, while acrobatics is to get your hand out. So.
Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
I do believe that. How does bardic inspiration? Oh no, you need to hear yourself, so you need to speak, right? It's just one of those like, good job.
Yeah,
Iris.
I could literally be, hi everyone, and then give myself bardic inspiration.
Yeah, because all you need to do is hear yourself. I like. Okay, I gotta look that one up. I like it. I really do. Because it does make sense. I just want to make sure because we never used it in this situation. You do rarely use bardic inspiration.
Just one thing though. If he says, "Hey guys,"
Other than yourself.
Oh, is it other than yourself?
Yes. So you cannot use bardic inspiration on yourself. There are things that can allow you to do it on yourself, but that is at later levels, and depending on the college that you chose.
Her college is glamour. No.
Good job, Core.
Glamour is not in the PHP.
You like how I knew that?
I do like how you knew that because I didn't know that.
How did you not know that?
I would say it was my character very well.
I knew it.
I got a lot of things to memorize, okay? But let's try to get past this part so we can call it. So what does Iris want to do? While Typhon is doing his explanation, does Iris want to sit and wait, or does she want to try to get out?
Sleight of hand.
Alright, which one do you want to do first? Actually, it would probably make sense to do acrobatics first and then sleight of hand.
Yeah, and then sleight of hand.
Alright, so I have the DC already picked out.
Alright, here's for acrobatics.
Nice one.
3.
And
No, it's gonna be an 11.
then your sleight of hand.
Okay, let's try this. This is gonna be fun, guys. This is gonna be real fun.
That's pretty good.
Of course, I don't make a fucking sound doing it. That would be a 20.
Alright, so you're so you failed the first save of the acrobatics, but you did pass the sleight of hand. So even though you don't make any sound, your visible arm is still trying to, wiggle out. So we'll have that will be going on as he was talking. At the very end of him talking, then we'll go back to everyone. So no one saw you try to get out because of the grapple and the yelling, but now everyone's focus is kind of, I don't know where your focus is at, guys. So continue role playing and let's get out of this situation first.
I'm still heavily breathing on the floor.
So I guess what do you guys do with Typhon, even though he told you his explanation?
I will say that this information that Typhon gave about using the cage to trap a demonic creature is true. That is what he told me when he asked me to do this.
Still doesn't much explain why he couldn't have just told us that when we got on the boat. We've had how many weeks for him to bring this up?
You're not You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the trust issue here is not necessarily that he put people in cages. It's just that, maybe give the rest of us a fucking heads up before you sick a mimic on the group and then expect us to just be cool with it.
The mimic wasn't sicked on any of the group. The mimic was only trying to stop someone from breaking in. And I didn't tell anyone because I didn't know if Iris got to anyone. So the week was me trying to figure out if she got to anyone. Luckily, I came to the conclusion that she didn't get to anyone. So I talked to Talbot. It was supposed to be a nice, easy 4 days in that room, keeping Iris on the lock, while everything goes according to plan, but obviously that didn't work.
Can I do a perception check on Typhon because I've known him for so long to see if he's bullshitting everything?
That'd be an insight.
Insight, okay.
Yep, go for it.
Does she have an advantage because she's known him forever?
Over to
Yeah,
Beryl.
because I've known him forever.
And dated
Yeah,
him?
but you also took a couple years off.
Yeah, so we're gonna do.
We're just starting to get in touch.
Beryl, can you heal me?
We'll do a flat roll.
And do I get advantage?
Core has a passive insight of 18.
Okay, so one thing at a time. We'll get to the healing of Tetsu in a little bit.
Did you say passive insight of 18?
Yeah.
Dear Christ.
So
Okay.
so when it comes to the passive insight of 18, he has not, I guess, failed that. As in, your insight has not gone, he's lying! So I'll let you determine what you want with that. As for Iris, I'm going to just say it's a flat roll in this case.
Welcome back, Sarah. No advantage for you.
Wait, hold on. We leveled up while you were gone, so.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I think that's a nat 1.
No,
No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh.
2. Plus 4 is 6.
Well, it has been
Can
a
I
long
can
couple
I
of
also
years.
throw down an insight check just to see?
Yeah, go for it.
Talbot is now confused. May she also do one?
Yes,
But on both Iris and Typhon?
at the current moment, Iris has not said or done anything to provoke an insight.
Typhon.
So Senguine plus 1, 19.
He's
Just one health.
has been good. He has not. Everything he said so far. Oh, I guess the last thing he said, because that's what you're inciting in, did not provoke a lie. To let Tetsu know, Tetsu, you are covered in slime.
Mimic.
Whoa.
Mimic goop.
I would like health.
Do you want to go wash off to get the slime off?
I can
Slime's
take.
the least of my
I don't know if we
concerns.
can heal you, Tetsu. I tried healing you and you only got 1 health.
Here, let me try this. Prestidigitation, get the slime off.
It works.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But like, I quite literally am laying on the floor and I'm just going. I have so little energy.
I thought I helped you up.
Well, I pumped a cure wounds into him, but I didn't get to roll for it. It was just one hit.
Correct. Do you want to do it again now?
Can I make an intelligence roll to see if it'll work before I waste another spell slot?
You can safely assume with the slime off. That's probably what was doing it.
Alright. Then yes, I would love to throw another cure wounds into my friend.
All right.
I'll go ahead and do it at 2nd level though, because I got more of those spells now and I leveled up. So that's gonna be 12 points.
Perfect. All right, you heal 12.
I'm at 13.
Hey, the slime did it.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
I was tired.
So are you guys gonna believe me or not?
Nope.
I don't believe you at all.
I don't believe
just give me the
you
fuck.
are
just
lying. I just don't believe that you're telling us the whole truth.
Yeah, there's some omission shit going on. Because I mean, the last thing you said was correct, but it doesn't feels like
Can you
you're omissioning some shit.
get me out of this fucking cage?
Okay, so Typhon, to help regain some of the trust, perhaps it would be beneficial for you to fill into Iris as to why she was in this cage. Because at this point, if you're not telling her, that is part of the information we need to know, which we know, but now the one person that needs to know is awake and does not know.
I would literally be.
So if
So I go for it.
you would literally what?
I would literally be talking to a demon, letting it know what's going on. I'm pretty sure it heard everything, so I think it knows what's going on.
Yes, but now possibly Iris's subconscious is awake, and therefore the logic and reasonable side of her is enough to be able to fight off such prowess if there is a possible demon that is or devil inside of her that is not part of her tiefling heritage. So I would suggest, now that she is conscious, you tell her, if you already think that, you know, the subconscious knows, now the conscious needs to be aware of it so that she can try and be as understanding as she can be. I'm tired.
Demon in Iris's body. You're in the cage because you're a demon and you're in Iris's body. The plan.
Can you provide any proof that she's a demon right now?
I can't force it out of her, but since she's not wearing her wedding ring, and I'm assuming it got shattered because she's not wearing it. No, I can't prove that at all. Because the demon has probably full control without even her realizing it. That it's just being Iris, since it lived in her all this time.
Tetsu's gonna look over at Iris and go, "How long have you been without that ring?"
Question, does Sarah even know? Does anyone actually know?
I know I lost it at some point. Let me.
I'm pretty sure I think it got lost when we fell out of that thing with you and Maya, and you landed into that heated swamp because you got magically teleported away. I think it got
No, it
lost
shattered.
There. Oh, it shattered.
No, it got. I believe it got shattered. It was the first May I monologue, and she was outside, and I think someone showed up, and then it shattered.
I do believe that was a crack, and that was in Worcester.
Oh, yeah. Right, you're right. That was the crack. That was at one point a crack, but I was close.
Yeah, you were.
Peter, do you know?
With Thoro.
My knowledge of it was it fully cracked when you guys got the Battle of the Etherheart.
No, because I remember it shattering when I was playing Thoro.
Echo.
Alright, so then it shattered way before that then. So probably after the after the Halloween special. So for quite some time, she's been without it.
So Typhon, just level with us here, because you're springing a whole lot of shit on us. So you can't be surprised that we think you're lying, correct? Like you understand why we're upset about all this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Level with us. You need to provide something for us to know that this is. I mean, all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, we've got this mimic doppelganger. We've got your friend in some cages. Your other friend was passed out behind a wall. The other friend was in the fucking inside the mimic thing. Like, you gotta give us something to work with, man.
Everything would have been fine if Tetsu didn't go snooping around down here.
That's nothing.
But I have.
That's not giving me anything.
What do you want me to give you? I can't force it out.
Typhon, the point that we're trying to make is that you didn't trust us enough to tell us the truth, other than tablet.
Your new name is Tablet.
Yep, Tablet.
You told the tabloids. You didn't tell us.
Well, not my fault. You guys don't have a mailbox.
You know Senguine subscribes to us weekly. Come on.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah, but I am me weekly. I'm not us weekly. I'm me weekly.
I have a question.
Yes.
Know it.
During my time where I was with Metal, did he ever impart to me on how he was able to go into someone's mind? Being that was his specialty, going deep into the soul of a person, much like when he did it to May I.
Senguine can do that. Senguine's done it before with Iris. Here we go. Back into roleplay. Excuse me.
I love how I said something and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I know this, and Sig was like, fuck you, I got this. We're gonna solve that.
It's not your moment, it's my moment.
May the power of Christ compel you. May the power of Christ compel you.
Shit, that's how you guys win D&D. We're over, folks.
All right, good night, guys.
So, you may finish.
Don't go for it.
Sorry, I can go inside the soul of people. I've done it before with Iris.
Okay.
So here's my question, my dude.
Okay.
That Typhon.
Yeah.
Look. So I've been inside. I've seen the soul of Iris. And because I was investigating some evil shit that was emanating from her. And if I recall correctly, at the very source of it was you. So, like...
So you didn't technically see her soul, you just saw a figure that outlined me.
Yeah. That was pure evil.
Correct.
Saying.
It's said that demons take...
In her soul.
When someone peers into a soul aura or kind of whatever you want that, like, it takes the form of the object or person that hurt that person the most. So I'm assuming that I hurt Iris dramatically to where that demon takes a form of me. And when I died, it just basically took me.
Okay. Talbot, you're up.
Why don't you go into him?
Okay, so back to my question. During the time that I was with the Metal, before I ran into this hooligan squad,
yes,
did I ever learn how Metal was able to peer into the person's soul, much like he did with May I, as that was his specialty when it came to being a magic user?
He has talked about it. Usually, he discussed with you that he couldn't, at first, he was just only able to do like a very subconscious level, like a very skim of it. So like if someone's having a dream, it's a lot easier to go into that and not necessarily mess with it, just to kind of like observe it. But when he was able to get the the drow whip back then, he was able to convert it and use it more as a amplifier to help him go further in. And since he's of the school of Bardic Soul, he's able to kind of tap into one's soul and mind together. It takes a lot to do. That's usually why when he does it, he can't do anything else after. He hasn't actually taught you how to do it. He just kind of explained his process of how to do it, not necessarily teaching you the way to do it.
Oh, the drow whip. That was so fun.
Fucking hated that. Hated that moment, but loved it.
I take it there would be one person that would be able to. Unfortunately, that would require some hefty spells in order to get him over here. Do you recall, I think you've mentioned Metal? I think that name has been thrown into the group before.
Oh, yeah. I ran with him for a while. He's pretty dope.
So, so Metal specializes in peering into the soul. It is possible that he could do such a thing. You know, going into Iris's mind, if we are trying to actually determine if she is being possessed by a demon, then peering into the soul might actually show us that is whether or not that is accurate.
So I can kind of do that, like I just touched on. I've been there before. I can give it a whirl.
So exactly, how would you give it a whirl?
Well, last time what happened is I opened my divine sense, which I've done multiple times, and then I just investigate further in a meditational state, and it brings me into their subconscious, and I can kind of feel and sense my way along.
So what does that require of us? Do we have to be asleep when this happens?
I don't know how to take anybody in with me, so that would be an issue.
That wasn't my question. I think the question was, do we have to be asleep in order for you to use your divine sense in order to do the thing you...
Not that I'm aware of. No, I think I can just do it. Last time they were all awake when I did it, so...
Can I do another acrobatics check and sleight of hand?
Yes, go ahead.
She's like, about damn time.
It's just like, I'm like, please, can I do something? Okay, wait.
I'm gonna dock you a point if you say I passed.
Oh, I don't know what your DC is.
Okay.
I mean...
Just let me know what you roll and I'll let you know.
Alright, we'll do the sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
She got a 30.
Wow.
So
acrobatics
is a 16 and sleight of hand is a 24.
Good.
Okay. You have one arm free.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on the cage?
Yes. So you would have to beat the DC of Talbot, which I do believe is a DC 15.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a DC to do it.
Yeah, so you have to roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier. So you have a 50-50 shot.
Same.
She's gonna look around the group and she's gonna.
I'm using a luck point.
Okay.
Beryl's gonna look around the room and she's gonna say, "Can we just get my friend out of the cage, please? Because if you guys want my opinion, Talbot, Tetsu, you can back me up on this, okay? Because you guys were in that freaking dungeon crawl with me. Typhon's working with Eugene. Eugene took
Never
all
hid
three
that.
of us down into a dungeon, put us in extreme danger for no damn reason. Now we're on this boat. He lied to us about what kind of boat it was. He lied to us about what he was doing with our friends. He lied to us about everything else. You know who hasn't lied to us? You know who hasn't attacked us? Iris.
She's got a point.
Out of this cage now, please.
So what was the Dispel Magic first?
It was a 14.
Okay, so
Fails.
everyone does see this because it's a spell. Iris do try to cast for Talbot and Core. since you both have Dispel Magic, and actually you've all seen Talbot cast it. You see Iris tried to cast Dispel Magic on a cage.
So I will say, Iris, I know what you're doing. You can keep doing it. It doesn't take it out all the way. You'll need to do it a few more times. I think. Even though it was 23 hours, I think I succeeded once. So I was able to do it. I think I reduced it a little bit, but it doesn't completely get rid of it. It reduces the amount of magic hours that are in it. Which do I know how many hours was shaved off?
We'll say 10.
10 hours?
Yeah, one more Dispel Magic should get rid of it.
So, one more Dispel Magic should get rid of it, as I did attempt to do that and was successful sometimes and sometimes I wasn't. So, that's all the information. It's all you, sweetie. I mean, it's all you, Iris.
She's just gonna look over at Talbot and be like, "Oh, you're growing up."
Oh, dear God, don't listen to it.
Where's my dog?
Oh, it's in my room. That's an awkward silence.
Before you do your thing, can someone bless her, guidance, something to make her strong-willed and able to
go get my damn dog.
I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Talbot and do some lay on hands just to get her up and not being a sleepy bitch.
Wait, before you two go running off, who's holding tight?
Ha
Run off and go do things. Who's holding tight?
It was still
He still doesn't have armor, so I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
Someone with tiefling, he's got magic.
Yeah.
Okay, look, if I wanted to leave, I would have done it already.
Step over here.
I mean, I'm not worried about you.
If I wanted to leave, I would have done it by now.
Did I get my dog yet?
See, it's that kind of vague, threatening bullshit that's making us really doubt you, dude.
Okay, I haven't done anything while Tetsu goes against his dog. The moment I showed you willingly this, I could have lied and said something else. I got stabbed on purpose. I followed you in here. I've only reacted to you guys. I've told you exactly the truth on this. I can't prove.
Don't fucking high road us right now, dude.
I'm gonna.
Don't even try.
I can't prove this, okay? I cannot prove that she's a demon. You just gotta take my word on it. You let her out. You deal with the shit. I'm gonna leave the ship. And you guys have fun and Dragon Slayer territory.
I'm gonna go ahead.
How about this? Do you have any more Zone of Truths?
Yeah.
Both of you can you just like fail it? Oh, thank you, Senguine. I now feel less drowsy. If you both just fail it and then we just ask you the things, you'll be forced to tell the truth.
We don't
or
have
if you
to
don't
speak.
answer it, we'll take it as, you're not good.
You're a lying sack of shit.
So, Zone of Truth is over Typhon and me.
If she casts it.
It was, but I assume by the time it's all gone down, because it doesn't last that long.
I think.
Right?
It's only 10 minutes, so I'd have to cast it again. But yes, I would cast it again on the two of you guys. Did we lose someone?
You didn't. So I'm just saying, if you both fail, Beryl, you can tell if they succeed or not, correct?
Yes.
Then we just question the ones that have failed, and if they don't answer, we take it as a sign that there is something fishy going on.
So what if we both don't answer?
Then you're both fishy, something going on.
If you don't have anything to hide, just fucking fail it, dude. Not that hard.
I would say I don't don't care.
Is there a second cage in here by any chance?
Just one.
Typhon, you want us to trust you, but you're not trusting us completely. So you can understand where this group is having a problem believing you.
I at least would assume you would trust me.
I do trust you.
Then take my word on it.
I am one person. You have to convince all these other people. Yes, I may be the leader of the group, but I am not going to dictate what they believe. You need to give us a little something more than what you're giving us. And if it means you tell her, she points over to Beryl, casting Zone of Truth, and you telling us everything that you know, and telling us the full truth, at least we'll be at a level head with each other.
You know what I've gathered so far?
What?
There is a little bit of difficulty in trust. Because he thinks this group has failed in protecting the one that he may love. I don't know if he does or not. But he thinks that this group is the reason that she no longer has her wedding ring. And therefore the protection that he had on her had failed.
Perhaps if he had loved her, he'd told her why she needed that wedding ring for protection.
Yes, Iris?
I'm back with my puppers.
Oh my god.
I have a DM question.
Alright, quick question. Kyle, go ahead and put your mic up.
Because of echo.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Out of curiosity, I have examined the runes or whatever that Talbot put on this cage. Would I know anything specifically about the enchantments?
Okay, so then we're going to talk a little bit more about the cage. So there's not actually any runes on the cage. What there is there's one small demonic circle underneath you that helps the magic funnel through the cage that binds a demon to the cage. So if the magic is disappeared completely, the circle's just a circle. It doesn't do anything. But it's only keeping you in there because it's still magic.
But if I'm not demonic, then I can just step out.
In theory, yes. But out of game, no.
No metagaming. We've had this metagaming moment with every character tonight.
I've tried not to say that, but
Look, I think I found all Beryl's workarounds. Okay.
Oh, let's hear that pigeon.
so I mean, if someone has another Dispel Magic, they can use it on Iris. I don't see why no one wouldn't at this point.
Cool, I Dispel Magic.
All right, go for it. No one's just get beat a 15, and then you're good.
I'm not stepping on it.
You're stepping on it. You're gonna be baby. Yeah. Roll my dice.
And a luck point. Aha, dirty 20.
All right. You're able to poof it away. The magic fades. And the only thing left is just to unbind yourself. And you're good.
10-4.
Which, I mean, you have a rogue in the room.
Can I?
A puppy too.
And a puppy.
Can I somehow motion to Tetsu that for help without anybody else seeing?
You would have to beat everyone's passive perception.
Mine's only a 13.
17.
I don't know what my passive perception is.
I mean, you can just simply just say, "Hey, Tetsu, can you get me out of here?" I mean, everyone right now, it seems like they're on your side.
So yeah, then I'll just be like, Tetsu, you wanna help me out here?
He's gonna look at Core and go.
Didn't Tetsu go to get his dog?
Oh, he's
dog.
back by now.
Okay.
That's and go. Do I have permission to open the cage?
Please do. Core, he's waiting on you.
So, Cora, at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, you know where we stand with this,
Core.
but you know
Done.
these two better than the rest of us combined. I know Iris, and I do not know this other man, but you know them both.
Don't.
So really, we gotta leave it up to your judgment at some point, because whereas we feel fucking weird about this, like, you're the only one who could really tell us about his character.
I'm asking you, Core, don't let her out.
Been bickering tired about this, so.
Senguine, by the way, your passive perception is your 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Iris is gonna cast Zone of Truth centered on Typhon.
What's the DC?
My passive perception is even.
God damn it, man.
Hopefully
It's
higher than mine.
a charisma save of 16.
He passes.
Not the same as mine.
So you know that he passes.
Iris, what did you just cast?
Stop it.
I cast Zone of Truth on Typhon.
If she can cast in there, it's bad news.
Yeah.
As a point of reference, as someone who's
Or-
already cast that particular spell, can he lie?
I mean, right now, yes. He can
Oh.
lie.
So twice now you've been under that spell has been cast on you, and twice now you have chosen not to fail.
'Cause I'm not going to fail
Well-
this spell.
Well, to be fair, we didn't tell him we were casting Zone of Truth when we cast it. You just cast it, and, you know, an initial reaction would be to defend against it if you don't know what it is. So both times that it happened, he was not aware that Zone of Truth was being cast. If you tell him that you're going to cast Zone of Truth and that he'll fail, I think in a warrior's honor, he would fail.
I'm not gonna fail.
So you see why we don't trust you, right? Like, you get it, right?
I'm not gonna fail. It's Zone of Truth.
Why not? If you're telling us the truth, why not?
Believe me at face value. I presented my evidence. It doesn't matter if I'm telling the truth or not. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If I am telling the truth, and there's a demon inside her, what are you gonna do? She has the ability to cast spells now. And you have what way to stop her?
Let's talk about the fact that she has the ability to cast spells now, and she has yet to attack any one of us.
It's called playing the game.
I think you're playing the game. Guys, let's wrap this up. Can we tie him up, not hurt him, so we don't sink damn ship till we get where we're going?
So Tetsu went to go open the cage?
No, I asked.
Okay.
I think we should at least tie them both up and try to figure out where we're gonna go from there.
She's already tied.
Well,
Well-
gotta tie her up better if she can cast.
Yeah. Put back the magic.
Say that again?
You
Put
make a
back
note.
the magic on the cage. I can't cast spells.
doesn't mean that we can't put you inside of a cage and make sure that you're not a demon.
He will show his wedding band. I'm not. I had to take this off to cast a demon spell to shoot Senguine up, but I put it back on.
Question. Is it magical?
Not in the sense that you can see.
So...
Demon magic can't be detected by arcane means.
What about?
No, I'm gonna tie both of them up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start tying them both up with like rope and shit.
Peter.
But like pretty tight.
Peter, that was an engagement ring, and I was the only one to have it out of the two of us.
He got his own.
He got his own.
He got his own.
After the fact.
He's a basic bitch. He wanted the instant.
So technically, this would be your first time, really, as Sarah seeing this ring on him. Yes. But if Senguine is going to go over to him and tie him up, like the good old fashioned of all Peter's DMPCs, he teleports out.
Well, I tell the group, hey guys, yeah, no, that ring that he's wearing, never seen it on him until today. When he proposed to me, the ring that I had was the only ring. He never had one.
Delightful. Again, can we get her out of this cage?
Hey Iris, quick question. You cool if I like remember like a while ago on the boat when I kind of jumped into the soul, fished around, tried to get some evil out of you? You cool if I do that again?
Yeah, go for it.
Dope.
Sorry, I got in position.
I guess we're gonna try that at some point.
All right. Do you remember? Okay, so this. Okay. I would say what's Sarah's schedule like next week, but we may not have her next week, and I don't want to stop on a cliffhanger like this. So unfortunately, we got to keep going because I can't play Iris if we start this pickup right from next week here. So do you remember how to do that, Senguine?
Yeah, it was, I did the Divine Sense, and then I did an extra focus, and you had me roll, like, checks and stuff.
All right, cool. So the Divine...
I believe they were all religion checks, if I remember correctly.
So since you have your power back, and it's a little bit more different, we're going to kind of upgrade and make it a little bit more simpler. Now, you cannot peer into their minds. What you see is their AKA soul. Whether it's like a neutral soul, a good soul, or kind of what their soul is represented as. So, for example, if you look at Core's, and Core's soul might represent a pink bunny with a top hat. You take that as what you will. Or if you do Talbot, it might represent a fierce dragon.
So, I've already, like, been, like, in this, like, I don't know, like, subconscious / soul of Iris. So, I would already kind of have an idea of what's going on in there, yeah?
Correct. You can safely assume you know what to expect when you do this again.
Okay. Cool. I'm ready.
Okay, so you do your Divine Sense, which everyone's radar goes off again.
Yes.
This time, since we kind of have you with your powers the way it is, you're going to just roll the d20 plus whatever your spells are based off of. And I know this is Charisma, I'm just going to keep referring to that.
Okay. Let's see. So would it be like a spell attack or just like my charisma modifier?
Just your charisma modifier.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So Iris is not hiding her soul because she already gave permission to it.
Yeah.
That being said, fucking A. You see the exact same soul that you saw the first time, but this time it looks like to have a heart, like an outline of a heart in red, and looks more torn than ever.
So it's the outline of, I always forget his name.
Typhon.
Typhon. It's the outline of Typhon with an exposed heart and like he's like weathered and cracked.
Oh, the outline of heart, yeah, and it's just like those pictures where like the like a crack is down the middle of the heart.
Yeah,
that's what you see, and it kind of like rips apart a little bit and comes back together, rips apart and comes back together.
Can I like get closer and investigate a little
more? What exactly are you trying to investigate?
I'm just, I don't know, trying to get like a sense of like change, I guess, like anything that has changed over the last, little bit, like a few months or whatever we've been traveling since the last time I've done this.
Okay. Since you're trying to investigate further into the soul, it would be the same check but higher DC.
That won't do it. That's an 11.
You can't find anything.
I say, hey, who are you? What's going on here? Throwing spaghetti up the wall right now.
It doesn't respond. It just stays behind Iris and still has that posture.
How big is it? Is it huge compared to Iris? Is it?
I would say it's about the same size as Iris. Last time it was a lot bigger, but this time it's a lot smaller but more defined.
Okay. I'm gonna back out. Right. I'm gonna go, hey guys, hey Iris, a lot has changed. And so I feel like for our safety and yours, we should play it pretty safe here. I think we should probably put you under some stuff to make sure we're all safe. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be not mean. I'm trying to be disalarming here. It's not working very well. I just, a lot has changed in there, and it's a little scarier. And I feel like we need to do some further investigating in order to be safe. You know what I mean? You cool with
that? So for me to understand this, you want to get her out of the cage and tie her up.
No, I want to like keep it as is for now, essentially. I for some reason I was thinking she was already out of the cage. So
Core has not given that command to Tetsu yet.
Okay, so hey Iris, I really feel like we should probably keep you in there for now, just to keep us all safe. There's something kind of fucky going on in your soul, and we want to fix that. We want to have our Iris back. We don't want somebody else taking that over. You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand. I still want to get out of the cage.
I totally understand that. I get that. I want you to feel heard here. This is a safe space. And it's a safe space. That's why I feel like I can tell you that I think we need to keep you there for a little bit. I know it sucks, but we gotta be troopers here, huh? She's gone. Shit.
She ran away.
How about you take me out of the cage and put me in my room? You can lock me in there.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of teleporting that's been happening.
I can't teleport.
Hey, Talbot, can you put that kind of, the stuff you put on the cage here, can you kind of put that in her room so she can actually at least have some comfort while staying safe?
Unfortunately, the thing that was binding it is the sigil that's on the ground. That was the thing that was able to emanate and
Could
and
you
it looks like
recreate
it. I don't even speak the language. It's an infernal. I wouldn't be able to replicate it. It's only specific for this specific environment.
What language is it in, Peter?
Infernal.
Senguine speaks Infernal.
But are you an arcane?
All right, guys, that's where we'll end today's session. I hope everyone had. Where's my shotgun?
Why does everyone want to lock me up so badly?
Fetishes, maybe?
Because your soul's fucked up.
Beryl's trying to get you out.
Beryl adamantly tried to get you out.
Cora is so torn between her group and what to do.
I'm literally going with whoever tells me to do it.
Beryl don't like Eugene. Eugene's working with Typhon. Beryl don't like Typhon. Typhon's been lying to him. The shift was a lie.
Alright, next time I'm just banning dwarves. No dwarves as any playable race.
Look.
Wow, that's some D&D racism there.
Yeah, I was about to say. The facts would not trust these people and all lied to us the moment they met me.
But continue, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt that flow.
The only one that hasn't
Calling you a liar.
Okay, so you haven't actually said that you know Infernal. That's where we left off.
Yes, I do speak Infernal, so I could, I could help you recreate.
Peter,
I'm just trying to keep us all
Peter,
safe, guys.
from my understanding, having worked on it for so long and spent time with it, do I think that it can be done? What they're proposing is to recreate the wording into the room and pump the magic into it, creating this jail cell that was being done in here.
I want to not answer that question and then just have you make a judgment on it out of every information I've given you guys so far. But what I'll do...
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if it's possible?
I was going to go for Intelligence or Arcana.
I will roll... Okay.
I think that is a fair middle ground. Is it a 1?
No, it's a natural 3. But I've got some pluses. The total is 10.
Add Senguine plus a little core spice, and add all these together. The total is still 10.
What about some puppy love?
-1.
Got a puppy.
You do believe that I would say since it's a 10, it's a 50-50, but with what you have done so far, you believe that you could possibly do it. I mean, you started to mold magic, you started to funnel magic into stuff. Hell, you shape dust into magical cannon powder? Probably with the right boost and encouragement, you could probably do it.
Okay, Senguine. Since we have not done it, and I have not done it, it's a 50-50. If we are looking to do a test, my recommendation, let me pump magic into this. We go to Iris's room, we try to do it. We attempt it. If it fails, then that means it cannot be done. And therefore I continue the magic in the cell. But if it does work, I take the magic away, Iris goes into the room, and I continue to pump it in there.
Well, that sounds good to me, but ultimately, again, it kind of lands on Cora and her judgment at this point.
It's worth a try.
Okay, then her hand needs to be manacled. Her loose hand. In order to prevent
closest, so he's gonna go do it.
In order to prevent the semantic components.
Iris, we're gonna manacle your hand. We love you. You're safe. We'll keep you safe.
You're on the head and caress.
Yeah. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna figure this out together, okay? We'll keep you in the loop. You're not gonna be stuck behind a door that we can't see anymore. So it'll be all of us together, okay? So we're just gonna do it for now. You heard the plan. We're gonna try to get you into your room as best we can.
So,
But you're gonna put me under the same freaking curse.
It's just like a protection spell, yeah. Right?
It is the magic is to prevent the demon, if there is a demon, from what?
Demon binding spell.
A demon binding it to keep the demon here, to prevent it from being able to do things, to take control. It is an anti-demon shell.
So like, it wouldn't hurt you if you're just being yourself, you know.
Okay, but then I would be of no use to any of you.
Well, we're on a boat, so
don't you ever forget. I'm on a boat, yeah.
Oh, by the way, since Typhon has teleported his happy ass somewhere else, is the boat still afloat?
It is still on the water.
So he's still on the boat somewhere.
it also, well, I don't know the specifics of the binding of his physical to the boat, and whether or not it is proximity based or not. I don't know the specifics. We don't know if he's here, or we don't know if he can be somewhere completely different and still possess the magical binding.
I don't suppose this doppelganger person's still there, is it?
You gonna look?
I can roll a perception.
Okay, if we're going to do this, I need time. So if we're going to do this, please lock that arm.
Alright, so very quickly. I just want to recap on the plan. You're going to bind Iris's hands into manacles.
Yes.
And she will be out of the cage?
In the cage.
Okay, in the cage, just with a new pair of manacles.
Yes, because only one of them is broken.
Okay.
And Talbot's gonna funnel magic back into the sigil that's already on the ground.
So, question for Talbot. So, as you know, whenever you have long periods of time where you're not in combat or anything, you just funnel cantrip magic in there. Are you actually going to put a spell slot into this?
Yes.
Okay, now what spell slot?
Let me see what I have real quick. I will pump... Oh, God. I don't... See, here's the thing. When you had me play as the doppelganger, I had to redo my spell slots to see what I had available.
My apologies.
So I believe I don't have thirds, I don't have fourths. I used 1 second, which was the one Scorching Ray, to try and free Iris. So I will be using a second level slot. And I also have the berries to replenish the magic that was given to me by Typhon, that is from Eugene. So if needed to, I can pump those, hopefully get a third or fourth, and then pump that in.
Alright, to let you know about those berries are like snacks. They keep you energized, and they keep you full. They don't replenish your spell slots higher than cantrip.
Yeah,
okay, just want to let you know, because you ate in some already, because you had a full 24 hours in this room.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know what to do.
Yeah, I tried.
Could Core essentially help assist funnel magic?
Core is divine, not arcane.
Oh yeah.
Could Tetsu?
He does have arcane ability.
I am an arcane trickster.
What's your highest level spell you can cast?
Echo.
Initiative. Give me a second, I'm trying to find it. One more. Go back. Level 2.
Alright, so any spell slot put into this just adds 10 minutes. So a second level spell slot adds 20 minutes. A third is 30 minutes. And so forth and so forth and so forth. But Senguine has to, I do believe, draw the circle in the other room. And you pump the magic in.
I can supply a total of 80 minutes.
I can supply 80 minutes and then continue pumping at cantrip.
I can do that too.
Alright, so from here on, tell me what you guys are going to do. Like, we'll actually walk through the steps.
I'm waiting for Senguine to pump the, to do the manacles.
Okay, so Senguine does the manacles, correct? Iris now has 2 free hands. And then the manacle goes on. So she can still move her upper body and everything. She just can't move her legs. Alright, the manacle's on. And I do believe you close the door.
So now she no longer has hands available or legs.
Correct. She does have now manacles. So 2 cuffs and a chain between her hands, like you see in the movies. Her legs are still to the floor. So she can't, like, walk anywhere. But she can tilt, left and right.
But she was manacled the way she was before.
She was manacled with her hands up.
Oh, we would just do that again.
Do you have another set of manacles like that?
I don't know. I figured that. Wait, did she like break it?
One's
the manacles?
One's broken.
Well, actually, didn't she like just wiggle out of one? She didn't exactly.
Out of game.
Break it.
Out of game. She wiggled out of one. When you guys go to look at it, it is broken.
Thank you.
So, I mean, either way, if you manacle her front ways, technically her hands, I mean, she still can't really do much. Like, she can't do the somatic casting because you need sometimes dramatic gestures with the hands. Can't really do that manacle.
Okay, well, this will be good enough. Gets rid of the semantic components that might be necessary for some of the spells.
All
right. This is
Okay.
this is it.
So, Senguine is going to just gently kiss her on the forehead.
Aww.
Just calming. And we're still there for you. We don't like this either. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Sometimes you understand. And as he's doing this, he's like slowly backing out. You're like just like really like nice words of comfort, and then he just like shuts the door all slow.
Like, please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. Mwah, you're beautiful. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me.
Exactly.
Can we also just say that like one of us be in here at all times, just so that she has someone to talk to?
That would be Tetsu.
Friends.
Yeah, Beryl doesn't like being up on top. So like, yeah, the Beryl sounds
Because to be fair, her being here alone by herself is torture enough. Let us
All right.
at least have friends.
So who's pumping the magic into the cage?
Me.
All right, what you doing?
I'm gonna continue what I did before.
So cantrips?
And I'll pump the second levels into it first.
Nice.
2 of them.
Alright, so that takes probably about 5 minutes since you're just kind of pumping it in quickly. So it's about 40 minutes. You got.
I will do four first levels.
That's an hour and 20.
And then I will continue to pump in the cantrips.
Alright, so right now it has an hour and 20 on there. Now, until we get to an hour mark, then it will go to an hour. But right now, until we get to that hour mark, it is an hour and 20 on this cage. until either A, you dispel it freely, or B, someone casts Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
All right. Senguine. You wanted to do something next, right? While Talbot is pumping magic in, what are you doing?
He's gonna try to replicate the whatever it is on the ground.
The demonic circle?
Yeah, because he speaks Infernal.
All right. So go ahead and give me a perception check first. To kind of just like memorize the circle.
20?
All right, you're good to go. Where are you going to put it, and what are you going to use to draw the circle?
Is it like engraved on the ground? Like how I personally out of game don't have the measure of what it is.
It is on the ground, and blood and
just
chalk.
Like drawn?
Yeah, it's drawn.
Okay, but in blood and chalk.
Yeah, you can tell blood and chalk.
Okay, so Sanguine's like willing to like prick his own finger and shit for that.
Okay.
So he'll just try to copy exactly what's happening there.
All right. You'll lose a couple of hit points and everything, but that's not too big of a deal.
Totally
Where do you put it?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it under her bed, just in case it keeps her like right there. That way she has, she'll come comfortable. You know?
Okay, so you want to constrict her to a bed.
More or less, yeah.
She goes from no walking room to
I want to make it as like big as possible, you know.
Okay. So do you just want to like cover the room then?
Yeah, if I can, that would be preferable. Yeah, so she could have like the whole room to chill.
Yeah, we'll just.
You gotta put it on all the walls, the ceiling.
We'll say you put it on the floor, and it drops you to like say 1 HP, because that is a large room to do in blood.
There's sanguine blood everywhere, dude.
But okay, yeah, that's not a problem.
Gucci.
The fuck gives me a 2 to 930? What the fuck is that shit? All right, stats takes a little bit. We'll say that probably takes about an hour, but due to Talbot doing cantrips, we'll still have an hour and 20. From there, who pumps in the magic into that circle?
I will.
All right.
So I've got practice doing that.
A little bit of it. So how much do you pump in?
4 first levels and 2 second.
All right, 4 first and 2 seconds, so that would be an hour. So due to the size of the circle, you're able to pump in 30 minutes.
Woo. It's better than nothing.
And the magic, it looks like the circle is taking in the magic. All right, so now what do you guys do with Iris since the circle looks like it's responding to Tetsu's magic?
As soon as I complete my portion, and like I've put in as much as then I'm also gonna be pumping in cantrips. I forgot.
Correct. Yours.
Sorry.
Talbot can easily stop because you have an hour and 20 and help you with it. Due to your magic capabilities, you're not as fluent with it as Talbot, so you would need her help at one point. But it's okay because you guys have an hour and 20 on that unless Talbot dispels it. She can easily come over to that circle and finish off the rest. Oh. Alright. So now what do you guys do? Since you have now covered Iris's whole room in a bloody circle and pumped it full with the magic.
It's under her bed. At least she has like a clean bed, clean sheet.
Yeah. Just the floor is just
covered.
Just covered in blood. Yeah, feels like home.
Sanguine's gonna heal himself up a little bit with the rest of his pool of magic healing.
All right.
And then again, he's going to go to the cage with Talbot and be like, "Are you guys ready to transfer her over or what?"
Let's give it a try.
push the cage along the way
Okay.
and just kind of open
Hey,
up the cage
Iris,
door
we're gonna
to the
put you in the
door.
room now. You okay?
Alright,
You cool?
so
you feeling good?
you're going to undo all her shackles. Or at least her feet, but keep her top ones, right?
Yeah, I would say undo the feet so that she can at least walk.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit,
But
we can carry
in the event something is shady.
I'm just saying, we can carry her ass. She light. I just got
See,
bored.
here's the thing. I'm very weak, and I don't feel like carrying. That's not my thing. That's not my job.
I think we can let her walk. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she's a
Let
strong,
me have some
independent
dignity.
tiefling.
No.
She's a strong, independent tiefling. That, tiefling that doesn't need no typhon to tell her what to do.
Okay, so does she walk or is she carried?
Walk.
We're gonna go walk. We're gonna go walk.
All right, so
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Iris gets out of the cage, walks. Oh, sorry, escorted like the princess she is.
Straight.
To her room, and she is put into her room. With the manacles on or off?
Can we try something with her manacles off?
I mean, yeah.
For
Cool
6
with me, man. Like, good core. What you thinking, dog?
for 12 seconds.
I trust their judgment, so go for it.
Remove the manacles.
Done.
All right, manacles are released. Iris can freely walk around the room.
Iris, cast Zone of Truth. On me.
Okay. Cool. I'll cast Zone of Truth on.
She is unable to cast Zone of Truth due to the magic.
Okay, it's working. It is working. You no longer need the manacles.
So pretty much what you guys saw was she goes to cast it, but the circle kind of just eats up the magic.
So there you go. It is working just fine. She can no longer cast spells in here. She'll be in here. She'll be safe.
That sounds like we reached a really happy spot on this, isn't it?
Yes, it took a very rough
Now
way
we
to
gotta go
get
find
here.
Typhon so I can punch him in his stupid fucking face.
No, I've got a place for Typhon. We have a cage. We have a cage.
Alrighty, well that would have to be saved until next week. Wow, that was one roller coaster of a session. Oh god. Whew, I don't know what to say about that.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to dip out because I gotta work at 6:45.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and make this a quick goodbye, at least on the stream. Thank you everyone for participating and watching. We love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Enjoy the next episode. Hopefully next week will be even more of a mind blown than anything else. Take